be on his ass. I mean, don't let up. You see how they would have to take the entire US Army to remove my face from Ice Spice ass? That's how on his ass you need to be. After Mid Strike is the second most broken skill behind Yajirobe. Hello, welcome to Sparking Zero. The game is finally out, and you know, people are already fiending and going crazy in ranked, finding techs and new mechanics and everything. We are going to be showing you some brand new tips on how to get better at this game. I have 10 for you, so without further ado, let's just get right into this shit. The hit registration in this game is absolutely dog. How do I know? I'm glad you asked. The reason how I know is because I'm trying to perform my ultimate in this scene, and my button to press when trying to perform an ult is circle. But counter is also circle. So if I have this supers menu up, wouldn't that mean I'm pressing my charge button, which is the first button to press before doing an ult? But yet this game is not registering the ult move. It's only registering the counter move. So because of that, there's a few things you're going to want to do before you do a super so you can have it connect. At the end of a combo, you want to kill your momentum by pressing guard and then pressing your ult or super. This will make your supers register every time. Understand that there's trees in this game, especially on the planet Namek. Now you understand the buildings, the ones made of steel and brick, and those type of hard material, hard indestructible material can be broken. Be careful, because on planet Namek you cannot break these trees. That's funny. Trees are overpowered in this game. What the fuck? Remember, when you're looking for an op, that's gonna be hard to spot one, even when you're looking dead at your op. See her, bro? You fucking blind or something? Alright, let me be serial. Listen up. Yajirobe is the most broken character in the game. The absolute most broken character in the game. I honestly feel as though there's no character more broken than him. And these YNs are not playing fair. Let me learn you something. If you're going against a Yajirobe, you are going against a cheeser. Let me repeat. If you are going against a Yajirobe, you are going against a cheeser. Therefore, you have all right to cheese yourself. My best opinion, choose at least one cheese character on your team. At least one. Because it's gonna happen. Especially in the higher ranks. Also, be on his ass. I mean, don't let up. You see how they would have to take the entire US Army to remove my face from Ice Spice ass? That's how on his ass you need to be. Go sparking. Don't use your ultimate though, because if you do, it will make you miss, or he could counter it, or he dodge it, or whatever the case is, and that gives him all the amount of time that he may need. So we're gonna go sparking, just do straight all hands and just hit him with one of these. Just hit him with one of these. One of these will do a lot of damage, and then even after you lose your bar, your sparking bar I mean, you still have 5 bars of regular ki to be able to follow up with any more attacks. Just let it drain out, but take advantage of the hands portion of the sparking. You feel me? Also, understand that this Yajirobe that I'm fighting here, you can see that I'm on his ass all close up. The minute I catch him into a combo, my own combo, you've seen that I'm on his ass. Like, I'm not letting up. I'm sitting here not letting him use any sparking bar. Like, you see how he has a skill bar? He has 5. It costs 5 to use the Sensu Bean. So if you catch him in a combo, it's very likely that they will not revenge counter, because they're saving for their skill points, especially at a low health like that, to be able to use the Sensu to now gain back their entire health bar. So you kind of are at an advantage. Okay, sidestepping. I really feel like sidestepping should have its own video, but let's do it in this small little portion right here. So right in here, I'm showing you guys just how it looks to sidestep. When on an op, the distance between sidestepping and regular dashing is 2 sidesteps, or 2 backsteps. Why is that important? Another good question by you. That's important because when an opponent does any super, you can identify it before it activates by seeing them backstep. So now you're more prepared on if you want to dodge it, block it, or counter it. Now the best use of sidestepping is to actually get behind your opponent, but here I'm going to show you that just punching a blocking enemy and then sidestepping will not get you behind your opponent. For some reason, there's some distance that's created based off of the recoil of your punch. So what you're actually going to want to do is you're going to punch, sidestep inwards, and then sidestep leftwards. So I'm going to show you with this Super Saiyan 4 Goku what that looks like. As you can see, the sidestep is much tighter as opposed to when I was using Trunks. He's jumping really far wide, and he's just like, you have to really close in that space by comboing both a sidestep forward and then a sidestep left or right, whichever way you want to use. You get behind your opponent, and then you can really do your damage. And the reason why I'm showing you guys this in the air is because most fighting is actually going to happen in the air. It's going to be very rare when you're actually going to be fighting with your feet on the ground in this Dragon Ball game. So if you're watching a tutorial and you're seeing anybody doing a tutorial with anything that's on the ground, test it out in training in the air first, because a lot of the times you're not going to be fighting on the ground. You're going to be flying in the air while fighting. I've seen this super flank movement that they tried to put on and say, oh, this is crazy. The reason why it even works in the first place is because you're jumping off the ground. When you're in the air already, it doesn't work because you're not jumping off of anything, so you cannot actually do that. So you just want to take that into account as well, guys. Here's a free combo that's universal on all characters. Because it's a short combo, it's a shorter window for your opponent to counter if fighting from the front. But if you're hitting it from the back and they can't get out, you can hurry up and get a combo off that you can end off with a super or ult if your spark is about to run out, because this final hit puts them in an animation that they can't get out of. You can also use this opportunity to charge instead of fight. As you can see in these clips, depending on how high you are when you combo the lift strike, your opponent will fall for longer, allowing you to charge for longer. Now let's get into the regular triangle ki blast. There are many ways to integrate this into your gameplay, but I'm going to tell you two of the best ways. So I call this the dash ki, not ki dash. You want to dash, and in the middle of your dash, ki blast, not the other way around, because if you ki blast then try to dash, your character will do a stationary ki blast and then dash without doing a ki blast. Whereas if you dash ki, this will put your op in the middle of a getting hit by a ki blast animation or a deflecting away animation, which you can take advantage of by immediately following up with a square attack. Another way it can be used is to straight up kill your opponent if you have them on 1 HP, because at this point it's a low risk, high reward move. The Dragon Dash is the most used mechanic in the game. The dash gets you behind the opponent. All you have to do is start fighting and guard. Then you will vanish behind your opponent and actually start hitting them instead. I learned this mechanic while fighting this Cooler main. This Cooler, he starts fighting the air and then he presses his guard button and vanishes behind me. I can tell that he does this because he uses his ki and he loses ki while doing so, and then he gets the advantage on me. After Mist Strike is the second most broken skill behind Yajirobe. Sometimes this altercation with the endless teleporting can be seen as a good thing, because it actually trades ki for skill points. So never try to do this against a Yajirobe. Always take the L. But because of that, if you're ever in this with someone that's in their sparking, you would want to continue it, because if someone's in their sparking, you want them to waste it so they can't get big damage out on you using their ult. Just look at how I fight this Broly.
Joru no Jovan.